Hey there, sweetness, how goes that? I do hope that it goes well. Quick name of the game: if there is anything that is connective to this collective, that is beautiful, and I invite you to take that shit with you. If, however, nothing here resonates with you, that's alright. You just leave it right where you fucking found it. It's probably a piece of information that was meant for someone else in the collective, and you should never take something off the table, or in general, that doesn't belong to you. Bear in mind that time may be fluid, as well as energy. And let's get into it, shall we? Ooh, yes, we fucking shall. What are we getting into? We're getting into some channeled messages. Channeled messages. Spirit of grace, protection, and love, please guide us always and in all ways. Thank you. So, I was in meditation, kind of like a divine study, if you will, and I asked Spirit, what is happening in the twin flame universe? And I was led to some information, and so here's some channeled information, informative channeled messages, if you will. So I'm just gonna read out all of what I jotted down, and then we'll go over it, okay? All right. Particles that jump energy levels without warning. Particles that jump energy levels without warning. Now, what we're going to be talking about is sort of a fusion between quantum mechanics and quantum biology, but we're going to be blending it into metaphysics, right? Because within this scope of physiology, quantum physics, quantum biology, quantum mechanics, there is this rising, ever rising, ascendant conversation about a freaky merge of local and non-local energies where things are seeming to connect. I have a card in my channeled messages in here, and I had made it during a rattle bag channeling. If you're new here, rattle bag is a reading style that I do, and it discussed, here we go, the elephant who brings death. And that was from a poem, or a piece of poetry, I guess. What am I trying to say? So, I just, something about the elephant always stands out to me. And in this channeling here, that's one of my channeled cards that I've had forever. In this channeling, there was discussion, talk about things that seem to connect, right? Local and non-local. I hope, y'all are able to follow. There was discussion of sometimes an elephant looks like an elephant. Sometimes an elephant can seem to be a rhino. It's dependent on the quantum mechanics. Okay? And then further off on another thing, there was talk of bubbles of energy that appear out of thin air and then disappear into thin air. again. The words defying predictability came up. And this is like, I feel like so much of this at its core level is the true, like deep down, nitty gritty. It's a discussion about twin flame ship. Twin flameism. Yeah, okay. Bubbles of energy that appear out of nowhere, then disappear again, defying predictability, obeying no known laws, acting against time and space, interactions between phenomenons. There was talk of that soul need to take advantage of doing two things at once. Multitasking. Something came up here. This may or may not, I'll be looking further into this. It may or may not mean something in the here and now, but I have been talking to people about the birds a lot lately, and not just like, oh, I saw a cute bird, but it's like, I live in a very, very cold place, and we just wonder, why are there still so many birds here? Why have they yet to navigate south? Why have they yet to migrate? And then there was talk in this guided meditation, we'll say, about how is it that the birds navigate. And then a little bit about quantum entanglement came up. Biological science is currently undergoing revolution. And then a little chunk about life existing for and because of photosynthesis, which is light into energy. And I believe also the vice versa. Energy into light, light into energy. That equilibrium is so important. So these are just, as I said, some guided, meditative, channeled messages for the twins. And I believe that it's a guide, a real guide as to the meat and potatoes. Twins defy predictability. They obey no truly known laws. They act against time and space. Their interactions are between phenomenal beings and in between phenomenons. Divine beings are always multitasking. Their life exists for turning light into energy and energy into light. They consist of these bubbles of energy that appear out of nowhere and then disappear again. And sometimes there can be an elephant that appears as an elephant, but sometimes it appears as a rhino. And all of it is just this freaky merge of local and non-local things where things seem to connect. And that's the quantum biology and mechanics and physics fusing, jumping their energy levels without warning. Part of the twin flame journey. Oh, if you resonate, I love you. Please love yourself. Until we speak again. Mwah.